Welcome back, everybody. Sarcasm Speaks. Jared, Bob, Eric's back with us here. Was it last Tuesday you were with us too? Or was it the Sunday before that?
It was the Sunday.
Sunday. We've had a lot of guests. I noticed the other day when I went to upload the last video from Sunday. I think we've had like 4 episodes in a row with a guest. It's kind of nice. Oh, Spencer was kind of like a last minute addition on Sunday. He was like, "Hey, are you recording tonight?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Maybe I'll jump on." So that one was at least unplanned. But I'm surprised he doesn't just like randomly like sign on.
I figured he would. He strikes me as someone that would just like.
Oh, everyone has the same link.
Yeah.
Actually,
it's just the same
true.
Link.
Everyone has the invite.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. So I'm surprised no one's ever just like signed on. But you know what? People probably don't know the exact recording schedule, but
yeah,
I think it's 7:30 on, right? 7:30 on the week.
7:30 on Tuesdays. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, it kind of changes.
A little to be determined.
Yeah. But
generally it's later, but
now that I know this, I'm just going to bop in.
Yeah. Hey, you got the link. Just have like a drop-in show.
That would be funny.
People just like cycling through. Although at one point we might end up with like 7 people on the fucking thing, but I'm sure it would be
You can
fine.
kick people out though.
Yeah, no, that's true. They can jump back in though.
You have to allow them in though, don't you?
I would have to
not with the passcode.
I would have to set it so
fuck that. No settings.
I'd have to change the settings of the room
settings
because it's an open room. So as long as you have the link, you can get in. Because we had to do that.
I wonder what the biggest podcast, like people wise, is ever.
Oh yeah. We should break the Guinness Book of World Records.
Because I was scrolling back on your guys' YouTube, and you guys there was a few with like 10 people.
Yeah, those weren't great episodes.
Dude, one of them had like 1,000 views on YouTube.
Is it the finale?
I think it was. Yeah.
Episode 50, where we were like, well, this is it for us. We're all done. We're gonna get canceled. I don't even remember. I'm sure we talked about some crazy shit, something that probably it's fucked up. That's a funny thing. Like, it's interesting, right? About like the internet and the world and shit like that, because we like our generation is like right on the edge of that, right? Like we didn't grow up fully immersed in social media because like the iPhone didn't come out till we were in high school. So, and even then, like the iPhone didn't get big until like for me, I was probably still in high school. Like I was probably a senior in high school, but you guys were in college.
Yeah, I got my first iPhone my sophomore year, college.
Yeah, I think I got my first iPhone my senior year. And it came out my sophomore year. It was 08.
It's funny because I've had a gripe with AT&T for so long. So do you remember the Sidekick?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So I had like the knockoff AT&T version called the Quickfire. And it was one of those phones where you flip it and you can have like a handheld keyboard. But I'm a sophomore in college. I have no money. The charger breaks. I go to the AT&T store and they're like, yeah, we just don't make the charger anymore.
Oh, sick.
So I'm like, so you're forcing me to get a new phone? So I basically was blackmailed into getting an iPhone. I was held at gunpoint.
It was Apple doing Apple shit before like it even became a thing. Because that's like now, like they change their charging ports, or they get rid of the big thing was when they got rid of the headphone jack. Like they always do shit just to fuck with people. Yeah, like that. Yeah, the little adapter thing you got there. Yeah, but that's too funny.
And now Macs don't even take USBs, so you have to use like this little port.
Yeah, it's a USB-C.
No,
I got a USB-C on this mic. I'm not gonna unplug it because it's
because
mic.
My I got a Microsoft Surface for work, And that only has USB-Cs. So like my company bought me, like they gave me the Surface. Obviously they purchased the Surface to give to me, but they gave that to me. And then separately they bought me um, um, a USB mouse. And like just unknowingly, just because they didn't realize that Surface made that change, I got the USB mouse and I talked to my boss and I'm like, hey man, I appreciate you getting me this mouse, but like it doesn't work. He's like, what do you mean? I go, well, this is a regular USB, like little like insert plug thing. My Surface only has USB-C ports. And he's like, God damn it. He goes, just go on Amazon and buy the adapters and then just expense them. So it's like apparently even Microsoft is not immune to that bullshit.
Yeah, we use Dells.
Yeah. So I mean, it's work. Work is. I actually have 2 laptops for work. I have one for like some of our clients that we have. Like we have to, because of what the nature of what they do. Like we have to keep the information for them on like their owned laptops. Yeah. So I have my Microsoft Surface, I have my personal laptop, and then I have another Dell laptop for another client, and I might end up with another laptop soon too. And it's just like,
how restricted are your work computers? Can you like get on like
yeah, I can get on everything
and whatnot. Like, so I was at work today looking just at like clothes, and some of these websites are blocked.
Oh, really?
It's like retail blocked. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Huh. So my last job, they would do that, but it was Wi-Fi based. So if I was on my work Wi-Fi, I couldn't access certain websites. But if I took my work laptop home and I was on my Wi-Fi, then I could access anything. So I'm sure everyone's got different ways to do their shit, but that's dumb. Like they block like retail websites.
Yeah, some retail websites, they were like, yeah, inappropriate website. I'm like, okay. Like,
yeah, all right. I didn't know Old Navy was inappropriate, but cool.
I was on like freaking what the hell was it? Like Adidas, and like Adidas was blocked because
wrong company by Nike.
If you go, I would just Google like sneakers or whatever and click on the first link in the shopping section. Yeah, that's blocked. But if I typed in like adidas.com, it would go to that. It was weird.
That is weird. There's like all kinds of ways you can get around that shit. Like you can do, you can use a secure server. So like instead of just typing like www.adidas.com, if you type out the whole thing and go like https://www, like if you type out https because the S makes it like a secure server or whatever, that's one way you can try and bypass the whole thing. I know a lot of like random shit about that. I get a lot of useless facts, useless knowledge. I'd be great on Jeopardy, and that's about it. Useless everywhere else.
Is Mr. Elon blocked on all these websites, or can he get through?
Yeah. Well, he's about to be blocked on Twitter pretty soon if he doesn't watch out. He's Bob, did you hear? Have you heard any of this in the?
Well, I know he bought a bunch of shares, so he owned. What was he? Majority owner or enough owner to?
No. Oh yeah, that's right. We talked. That was my final thought for one of the episodes not that long ago. So Elon Musk bought 9%. It was like 9.2% of the Twitter stock. So he was the largest shareholder. He's not a majority owner, but he's the largest shareholder of Twitter stock. And then it came out that they were going to invite him to take a seat on the board of directors. But you fast forward a little bit, there's a lot that's happened since that episode where it was my final thought. If you play it out over time, what we learned was that kind of actually shady. So the reason the board of directors invited him to join is because when you are a board member, you are prohibited from owning more than 15% of the company. So when everyone was like, oh, Elon's going to join the board, he bought 9.2%, whatever. And then everyone was like, oh, this is great. This is awesome. Like Elon's going to do whatever. Actually, by inviting him to join the board, it was kind of like them protecting themselves, right? And covering their asses so that he couldn't buy the company. So then things go on and whatever. And he decides he's not going to join the board of directors. And then Twitter has an absolute meltdown. Like people on Twitter, like the blue check marks and the fucking liberal, whoever the fucks, they all go nuts, right? The people that work at Twitter are like, I'm not working at Twitter if Elon buys the company. Cause like that was the whole thing, that they were almost protected by Elon joining the board. Because I mean, I'm not super familiar with like corporate structure, but like how much power does one board member actually have, right? Like I'm more than us three dickheads sitting right here.
Yeah,
but like
probably a little bit.
Yeah. But
I
like,
don't know, man. I think I
one
can give
board
someone
member,
a run for their money.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen some of this stuff that that the three of us have tweeted. I think we're all pretty good at Twitter. But to be one board member, I also don't know how many members are on the board. Maybe it's like 12, so it's like, cool, you're one of 13 voices now. So either way, he said, fuck it. And he said he wasn't joining the board. So then people started getting nervous. People started freaking out. And then he comes out and says, I've made an offer. I've made an offer to purchase Twitter, like the entire company, and take it private, because whatever needs to be done to fix Twitter can only be done as a private company. It can't be done while it's publicly owned. So I think at this time, Twitter was probably, the stock was trading somewhere in like the $45 range. Because it tanked once I say tanked. It went from like $56 to like $45 after it was announced that Elon was not going to join the board. So it basically went back to where it was originally before, because when he bought his shares, it jumped up to in the 50s anyway. So the stock's trading at around $45 a share. He offers to buy out every single stockholder for $54.20 per share, which also is funny because it's 420. Like, so if you know anything about Elon Musk, is he loves to fucking troll people, and he does like weird shit like this all the time. He did something. He like released some special release on on one of the Tesla like updates or whatever on a 420. And like he does these like cryptic things all the time. He's a fucking super genius. And then like people go back and like retroactively find a tweet from like 7 months ago, where if you look at what he said in the tweet and you like decrypt it or whatever, you're like, oh my God, this is, he did this 7 months ago and he did this now. So whatever. So everyone thinks it's a troll, right? Because it's $50 and 420. So he made the offer. And then Twitter turned around and did this thing called a poison pill, which to spare the fucking mumbo jumbo, all it means is that the current board members voted to put this thing into place where if Elon does get accepted to buy the company, then the rest of the shareholders can purchase at like a fraction of a cost, right? So it fucks Elon trying to buy the company essentially.
It dilutes the new like kind of takeover.
Yeah. So now we're at a stalemate, right? Like now where like Elon is like, I want to buy the company. I'll pay you whatever the price is, however much more it is, whatever. And now the people at Twitter are trying to fuck it over and stop it. And in the meantime, Jack Dorsey, the founder of Twitter, right? He has nothing to do with Twitter anymore. He stepped down as CEO, I think last year. And he's ripping everybody in Twitter. It's amazing. He'd send out a tweet that was like, the board of directors is the fucking problem. That's the reason why I left. Like he created this platform, right? Like it's Jack Dorsey is Twitter, or was Twitter, I guess, technically.
So what the hell? I've had no issues with Twitter at all. What is the whole So I was reading that like Elon's saying something about he wants to kind of expose the algorithm, showing you kind of the algorithm that he wants to expose the algorithm that produces whatever you see on the app itself.
Yeah.
Why, I don't know. Twitter for me is the least kind of, so you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, you're getting targeted ads, you're getting targeted posts. I feel like I never ever get that on Twitter. So that's why I don't understand. Like I'm all for Elon buying it. I think that would be kind of cool and interesting, but I've never had one issue with it.
Yeah. I think part of it is the algorithm favors things that are supposed to piss you off. So they track all your shit, right? So they create a profile of you, and then they essentially take like the antithesis of you, and like that's what you see on Twitter.
This is why I'm always sending off pissed off tweets.
Yes, exactly. And Elon wants to expose that. And I don't know this for sure, but I heard that there were rumors that he wanted to take it more of like the open source route. Yeah. So to like take it more like blockchain, where like anybody can see the algorithm at any time, and which I think is funny because people talk about that shit, like just the blockchain in general. They're like, oh, it's the blockchain. Anybody has access to go look. And I sit there and I'm like, I may have access, like I may have the ability to like go do it, but I don't know how to do that. You know, like
what? Yeah.
Yeah. Like what the fuck does that even mean? Like, oh, anybody can go on the blockchain and see like the list of everything that's going on. It's like, oh, well, can they? Like, I'm pretty sure you don't just go to like www.blockchain.com. Like,
I was like, no clue how to get to the blockchain. No clue what it does.
Yep. No idea. No idea how it works.
That's everybody. I have friends at work who are trying to. I mean, I dabbled like a small amount in Dogecoin, right? When it kind of at the very beginning of things, and there's kids at work who are like begging me to get into crypto, and I'm like, and they're like, yeah, but the blockchain says this is gonna be really, really good in the future, and I'm like, I don't know what that is. I'm not gonna put my money in something that I have literally no idea what it does or what it is or what it's for.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather go buy freaking Lucid Motors. That's my big guy right now. But like, yeah, the blockchain. See ya. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I've had this conversation with many people. I think I may have had it on this show with, shout out to Sean Rivers, former guest of the show. Maybe we'll get him on soon again too. Who knows? But we're talking about, and I talked about this with a lot of other people too. But my whole thing with crypto is there needs to be some sort of like legitimate value and like use of the coin, right? Like, so take one like I'm trying to think of like some random ones out there, like
Sushi coin. Yeah,
awesome. There we go. Sushi coin. So if you have 1 million sushi coin, can you go to McDonald's and buy something in sushi coin? No, you can't. The answer is no, you can't. However, can you go to a store and purchase something using Bitcoin? Yes, you can. Can you go somewhere and purchase something in Ethereum? Absolutely, you can. So there has to be like a utilitarian piece to it. Like if you're trying to sell me on Sushi Coin, because like, oh, dude, I looked at the white paper and like the blockchain and like everything looks great and like it's not big now, but like trust me, dude, 7 years from now, like this thing's gonna explode. Sushi Coin is gonna be massive. Like it's great. And I'd be like, yeah, man, I'm sure it will be. But until people actually are going to use it as currency, like I'm not putting my money into it because like, as if I know anything from running a failed business, is that you can have the best product, you can have the best website design, you can have the best back end of anything, but if people don't want it and people aren't using it, then it doesn't fucking matter.
It means nothing.
So like, you know, like you said, like someone can come be like, oh dude, Sushi Coin, like everything is great, it's perfect, like it's awesome, cool, man. But like now there's like 1,500 different cryptocurrencies that exist. So now you have essentially a 1 in 1,500 chance of like getting a good one. And then if it's a good one, then people need to know about it too and want to use it, right? Like, why would I want to use Sushi Coin over Ethereum that's already exists, right? So it's like, I don't know, it's weird to me. Like, people are coming up, and I do have a chunk of money in different cryptos, but it's nothing that's like, I don't like, it's nothing that I'm gonna retire off of. You know what I mean? Like, it's, and you know, it's like, and it's a lot of money for me because I'm not rich. You know what I mean? Like, and also at the same, I say a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money.
Like, if I could afford to do Bitcoin, I would do that. But
yeah. Like, I bought one Ethereum a while ago when it was like, now it's in like the 3,000s.
yeah,
And I got it, you know, it was like 1,800 or whatever. So like, cool. I own one Ethereum, and like, yeah, I've made whatever the difference is between 18 and 3,000, but like, cool, man, you made like $1,200. Like, that's not, like I said, like, that's, I'm not going to retire off of it.
no,
You know, it's just like one of those things that sits there. And because I ran it through Coinbase, they do this thing called staking. So I can stake it to turn it into Ethereum 2.0, which doesn't technically exist yet. But because I did it, I earn interest on it now. So like, I try and apply old school financial principles to like the crypto world, essentially. I think like I said, like, it has to have some sort of like utilization to it, right? Like, it has to be a utilized coin. Like, I'm not going to put money in Sushi Coin. I will put money in Ethereum. I have and do have money in Chainlink, which is a smart contracts thing. I listened to a whole episode about smart contracts, podcast about smart contracts. So I like Chainlink. I like Cardano. A lot of people, Cardano is like a popular one because that one, there was like 4 dudes that started Ethereum, and then like 2 of them wanted to take it in one direction and 2 of them wanted to take another direction. So the 2 guys that wanted to go differently left the Ethereum and started Cardano. So that's why a lot of people like it. But that's one, like, I don't have a lot of money invested in that one because that's one that doesn't have any use yet. Like, I can't go purchase a car with Cardano. You know, you could theoretically go purchase a car in Bitcoin. Like, you can buy a Tesla in Bitcoin.
Dude, my goal was to retire on Doge.
Yeah, we had a buddy that tried to do that too.
I was like, it's gonna explode. Let's go.
So the funniest thing about our buddy is he bought Dogecoin like 6 years ago, something like that.
Long time ago.
And invested like, I don't even know, maybe like $50 in it. And every time it would go up, he would like sell some of it, and like he used it to like buy a pizza. But like, he did the math out one time that if he had kept the $50 that he put into it like 6 or 7 years ago, when it hit its peak of like whatever it was at, like 92 cents or something,
Yeah,
he would have had like 4 or 5 grand.
hope the pizzas were worth it.
Yeah.
Crypto's too much. I don't understand crypto. It's too much for me.
Yeah,
I'm not smart enough.
It's too much to follow. Like, I can barely follow the stock market. Like, I don't have the bandwidth, to borrow that from Spencer. Like, I don't have the bandwidth to then also follow crypto.
Yeah,
Because it's essentially another stock market. But I don't know. We'll see if Elon what he does with all this.
I want to know. I want to know what his end game is with Twitter.
Yeah.
I'd love to be a fly on his wall.
Yeah, it's well, you want to talk about bandwidth too. Like that's another guy. Like you almost like you're not out of line to look at Elon Musk and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you wasting your time with Twitter? You know what I mean, like he's running Tesla, he runs SpaceX, he's got Neuralink, the company that could potentially be up and running in 2023. They could, I think,
literally sending people to the to space, to the moon, to Mars.
Yeah,
but he needs Twitter.
He needs Twitter. You know what I mean? Like this is the guy that. Do you know what Neuralink is?
No.
It's this. Essentially, it's a chip. It's a brain chip. But so his plan is to start by implanting it in people with some sort of like disability. So whether it's like epilepsy or like paraplegic, you know what I mean? Or like paralysis. That's the word I was looking for. Some sort of like issue. He's gonna, or they're blind, whatever. So you implant this chip that's called Neuralink, and then it cures them of paralysis, or it cures them of epilepsy, or like it fixes their hearing if they're deaf. Like it literally is implanted into your brain and does all this crazy shit. But then he's talked about like his future goals, like, you know, decades down the line, is to make it accessible to everybody so that theoretically you could get to the point where like we can communicate without actually talking. So like telekinesis.
Fucking mental.
But like this is the guy.
Awful.
Yeah,
this guy is nuts. You've
this
seen
is
Black
the guy
Mirror, right?
that needs Twitter. Oh yeah, I love Black Mirror.
Yeah. That's Black Mirror.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Well, I just like, I kind of pride myself and operate every day without talking to people I don't want to talk to. And it's like, if I lose that ability, then what am I?
Yeah.
I don't want someone's fucking thoughts jumping into my head.
No, it's bad enough that they fucking speak their thoughts to me. I don't want to hear them then.
I'd rather read them on Twitter than them jump in my fucking head.
Yeah, so
it's so funny that I never really noticed that. I see mostly things that are the antithesis of what I believe.
Yeah.
Or my thoughts and opinions on anything, sports or politics or anything. Yeah, I think I'd be a much happier person if Elon got control of this thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be swearing at fucking Twitter at 10:30 at night on a Tuesday with my girlfriend saying, "What the fuck is the matter?"
She looks over, "What's wrong with you?" "I'm on Twitter. These fucking people on Twitter."
Jeff Howe said Nikhil Harry's good. I'm fucking sick of it.
Well, dude, so even when I hit the little magnifying glass and it says "for you," first, all the action from the first weekend of Coachella. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, why is that?
As a person that couldn't give a shit less about Coachella,
with all
and
the
also
data.
I listen to fucking melodic death metal. That's the music I like. Yeah, you're right. Coachella nailed it.
With all the data your phone has collected on you, Twitter has used that to say, you want to know about Coachella.
My YouTube, you can go to my YouTube searches and it'll all be, I mean, if it's not golf content, if it's music related, it's all going to be melodic death metal. And if you want to call it metalcore, sure. It's all the same thing. It's all the same genre. It's all the same. Because when they make like, here's your unique mix. No, it's all the same. It's the same shit. It's the same shit I just searched.
So it's not Doja Cat?
No. Is that a person? Is that a group? I don't even know.
It's a person.
It's a singular person.
It's one person.
Sounds like a fucking cryptocurrency.
Elon's gonna buy that now.
Yeah.
Buy the name.
Yeah. COVID updates. Like I give a fuck.
Yeah.
Russia don't care. I don't. Again. Oh, Boston players aren't going to be able to play in Toronto because of unvaccinated. We're still doing this. Like.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Today, my For You, Today in history, 1993, Waco, Branch Davidian raid.
Let me see what I got on my For You.
Hashtag the bad guys. That's an ad, but I don't even know. Like Ezra Miller. Who is that?
It's the Flash.
I got
He's the new
from
Flash.
Was he the Flash in Justice League?
Yes,
Okay.
but I guess he's canceled. Something happened. I don't know what happened. I think he assaulted somebody.
Yeah, assault. It's assault, brother.
yeah, I got the Biden administration because I love them.
Here's a headline. Millennials save for retirement years earlier than boomers because they have to. Or maybe because the fucking everyone's been telling us fucking to, and maybe some of us fucking listened.
Yeah.
God forbid.
Yeah. I got COVID-19 updates.
I think everyone probably gets that one.
Jarvis Miller, Fauci, my favorite guy in the world. Sunny D is on my For You.
Oof. Imagine Sunny D, a little bit of grenadine, mix that with, your favorite.
Omarosa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got Sunny D now too.
Yeah.
I used to love Sunny D.
Yeah, same. What was it? It wasn't like real orange juice.
No.
It was like fruit, like concept. Not even fruit concentrate. I think it's just like fruit drink.
Orange juice drink.
Yeah, it's just orange drink.
Well, I would say because it wasn't what you would find in the gallons, like in the bargain aisle at Stop and Shop, like just blue. Like what is that gallon? It's just blue.
Yeah.
Oh, and one
drink.
probably spilled, so it's all sticky on the outside.
Wow.
Those gallons were never not sticky.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. I remember those.
So if you Google Sunny Delight, Sunny D is an orange drink.
Yep. There it is.
There we go.
Sunny D Cinnamon Toast Crunch was my staple morning. Every morning.
Not like
No. He took the fucking orange drink. I almost said juice. Yeah, and dumped it in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and goes, this is good. Listen, I know all kids are morons, but no one does that. That's serial killer stuff. He'd be in fucking jail if that's what he was doing. Trending For You would be when fucking Eric went to jail for mass murder in North Medford fucking 12 years ago.
Dude, kids do some weird shit though. Like when it comes to like mixing foods and like flavors and shit.
Yeah, they have no shame. They're just animals, like pigs.
Were you a mac and cheese and ketchup guy? Either of you?
No.
Nope.
Oh my god, I was.
I did dabble with the mac and cheese and hot dogs though. Like you cut up the hot dogs and put that in the mac and cheese.
Oh yeah.
But I never did the ketchup.
No, I was for when I was growing up, ketchup had a very specific purpose. It was burgers, fries. Fuck. What's another big ketchup one? It literally just fucking left my mind. Oh, like chicken fingers, like chicken fingers, like whatever. Yeah. But then it's like I would eat it with all that shit. But then if you were like, oh, do you want it on eggs? It's like, no, that's fucking gross. Why the fuck would I eat ketchup with eggs? That doesn't make any sense. And it's like, bro, you just housed probably half a bottle this week eating fucking fries and chicken fingers, and you're gonna be that outraged by eggs. that cannot track.
So I had a friend who he would put ketchup on literally everything and just mounds of ketchup on a plate. Steak tips, fries, onion rings, mac and cheese, chicken, turkey, pork, everything, literally anything. We would go out and get subs. He would dip the entire sub into just a thing of ketchup.
Yeah, but did he put maple syrup on his Italian sub?
What are your guys' go-to condiments?
I am a hot sauce and a barbecue sauce.
You have
Like,
a brand?
Well, I think Cholula hot sauce is probably the best.
I like Cholula.
I like to get like and try different hot sauces. Like if I go out somewhere and I see like there's like a random hot sauce, like I forget where it was. It was somewhere totally random, like a Christmas tree shop or like a TJ Maxx or something. And I found
TJ Maxx, you'll find some weird stuff.
and I found a pineapple jalapeno or pineapple habanero hot sauce this one time, and it was fucking delicious. And I
then
was
you've
like, "That's
never
amazing."
found it again.
And I've never
There's
found
no
it
way
again
you've ever found
since.
it again.
Zero chance I've found it since. But I like dabbling in different hot sauces, but I would say Cholula is the staple, the go-to. And barbecue sauce, I'm a Stubbs guy.
Dude, we've been there.
Yeah. Kid, I was there.
You went to
yeah.
Stubbs' like distribution center?
No,
No, it's a restaurant.
It's a restaurant in Austin.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Was he
OG
there?
Stubbs.
Was Stubbs there?
Yeah. They taxidermied his body.
Rest in peace.
Imagine his grave was on that first floor.
He's buried under the
There's
stage.
fucking candles lit for him.
Dude, I went through a phase as a kid where I was fucking everything in mayonnaise.
Nope, never mayonnaise was one of those, just never.
Fries and mayo. Oh, everything.
Nothing, not for me. No, I mean mine's easy too. It's like, I mean, I don't buy shit because I'm always eating on the fly. I probably should buy more shit. It might make most of my food more fucking tolerable, but I've always liked sriracha. I've always liked Frank's Red Hot. I like Dijon mustard. That actually works with a lot more things than you'd think.
Yeah.
And then various barbecues. It's just I'm a mood dependent barbecue sauce person. Usually like so I think Kraft, which it's nothing special, it gets the job done, but they have this teriyaki barbecue sauce. It's actually pretty good.
I just overutilize condiments. I use too many. That's my biggest vice.
As long as you don't dip the same thing in more than one sauce.
No.
That's anarchy.
That's another mass murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be hearing about that person on the news.
Can you believe it? Actually, yeah, I can. I watched him eat once.
He did ranch into buffalo. Yeah, he is a psychopath.
Yeah. I'd actually be more surprised if you said he was like a CEO of a company.
No, it's not
something
how that works.
Successful. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would other than that though, I'm not like a big condiment guy. Like when I was a kid, I did that gross shit. Like I loved ketchup. Like I put ketchup on everything except my mac and cheese.
What about ketchup on pizza? That was what I never got.
I have done that before. I did that when I was a kid. But ever since, I don't know if it's because I put ketchup on everything when I was a kid, but like today, like I'm not a big ketchup guy. Like I don't like it. It's something about like the vinegar, like the bite from the vinegar. I don't know, just which is why I don't like a lot of hot sauces, because like a Frank's Red Hot, that can pound sand in my book because it literally just tastes like vinegar to me. But like Cholula and like sriracha, like they have like real flavor to them. It's not like you eat it and you're like, did I just dump a bottle of vinegar on my food? So I don't know. I don't know if it all stems from my childhood and putting ketchup on everything.
What's the hot sauce from Chipotle? The one that you get like at the drink station.
I don't know.
Do you go to Chipotle? Have you been to Chipotle?
I do.
Obviously.
Yeah. But I haven't eaten in a Chipotle.
But they have it is Cholula. No, it's Tabasco. It's Tabasco. But Tabasco has a Chipotle version.
Okay.
It's so good.
Huh.
Because I'll use that. If I get a bowl from Chipotle, I'll put that on my bowl versus I don't like theirs.
Yeah.
Theirs is no good to me. I don't like it.
Well, we did when we did our hot wing challenge, there was like a lot of there was a lot going on that day.
Yeah.
And It was Da Bomb. Was that the one that tasted like dip spit?
Yep.
Okay.
It was.
So Da Bomb tasted like dip spit, but some of those were really fucking good.
Yeah, I still use some of them.
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
What do we have? 10?
Yeah,
and we left 3 in that house down the Cape.
The hottest of the 3, yeah, we left in the Cape. We said, fuck it, we'll just leave it there. We'll let some like poor son of a bitch be like, oh, someone left hot sauce, I'm gonna use it, and then just die.
It's like, oh, your mouth's on fire, and yeah, that does taste like chewed fucking cope.
Yeah. Tastes
I'm a complete bitch with hot sauce, dude. It's so bad. I can't eat it.
Yeah, it's definitely I guess an acquired taste. But like I said, like there's a lot of them that it's like it has to have the good flavor, right? Like it can be spicy as long as it has good flavor to it. Like there was one it was a habanero, it was hot as fuck, but it was like a coffee based one. And
I think did we like that one?
Yeah. It was something like 80,000 Scovilles. Like it was fucking hot, but it was delicious. So it's like one of those, like it can be really spicy, but like it's got to taste good. Like there was one that was lower on the list that wasn't that spicy, but it kicked us all in the ass. It was like the third.
Yeah, that was
one,
awful.
The third one that we did,
awful.
like it just wasn't good. So did you watch that episode ever?
I didn't.
The hot wings? Yeah, that's
no. I'm new, so I'm scrolling around. There's 300, there's 400 episodes to get through here. There's 400.
The hot wing challenge was a fun one. We did that last like August. That was wild. It was insane.
So the hottest wing I've had, this was about 4 or 5 years ago. I was at a Buffalo Wild Wings, and this is when they just came out with I believe the ghost pepper, or the ghost chili wings. And I said, yeah, I'll do it, whatever. So I got like a small, one bite in, I'm dead. In the bathroom, wiping my mouth with water, asked for milk, can't do it. That was the hottest thing I've ever had. And that's probably not even hot compared to some of the things, I mean, apparently you guys have tried.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck did Adam Richmond from Man vs. Food not die? His stomach must be so trashed.
Yeah, he must
like
have
ulcers and shit.
Like the second the camera stopped rolling, he must have chugged a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
Has to.
And like pop Tums in between.
Well, I'm just trying to think like the next morning it coming back out. It's like sometimes like suffering through eating it. It's like, all right, well, that kind of sucked. And then it's like the next day, it's like, oh no, that sucks. Like that's not good. Fucking hopefully it splashes back up and cools it off a little bit.
If you're lucky.
Yeah. Never that lucky.
Never that lucky.
That guy's got to have like these strong. So he would do the spicy challenges. He would do the challenges, eating the gigantic
quantity
meals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quantity and heat.
He's not long for this world.
No. What's that guy's cholesterol level?
Didn't he have like some, like work with me here. Didn't he have some like crazy routine where it's like he would do one of those big quality or quantity challenges and then he would immediately go like walk for 45 minutes or hit the elliptical for 45 minutes just to like keep it moving, burn it off, like whatever. I think that like used to be part of his routine.
Could have been.
I mean, it wasn't going to counteract what he ate. I mean,
no.
The guy would eat like 6 days worth of food in 20 minutes. Like,
yeah, I mean, he was fat for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost like, what would he be if he didn't do those things?
Fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger over here.
Yeah. Or I wonder too sometimes, like guys like that, like, what do you like? Does that ruin food for you? Like, if you're like if you're Adam Richmond doing man versus food or doing all kinds of challenges and all kinds of stuff, like, because you would imagine when you film the show, you might in real life in your world, you might do one like once a week, maybe you do one of those challenge. Like you're not doing those challenges every single day. So say you do it once a week, maybe twice, maybe twice a week.
It would probably be, well, so he was a competitive eater, so he was probably doing stuff to train, but like what was a season? 12 episodes?
Yeah. Probably not much.
So he only had to do something ridiculous like that probably 12 times a year.
Yeah.
So I found what he did to maintain his health while taping. He would exercise twice a day. When the schedule permitted, he would not eat the day before a challenge. He also tried to stay hydrated by drinking a lot of water or club soda, and didn't drink coffee or soda, like soft drinks.
Should have had a fucking IV. Save yourself the trouble.
I know.
Yeah, because I was gonna say that, like, when you do one of those, like say you eat like I don't even know, like a 5-pound burger that's got like all the shit on it. Like, how long do you think it would take you to be hungry? Like 2 days?
At least. Look, I mean, think of Thanksgiving. When are you hungry again? Maybe the next day and later that night, maybe.
Yeah.
This guy eats 8 times as much as you eat on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Like there's no way he gets hungry for like at all the next day. Like he's got to be able to go 24, 48 hours.
How do you look at any food and go, yep, nope, I want that?
It would successfully ruin food for me.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's got to ruin like, right? Like how do you just enjoy eating like a little bit of food? I don't know. It's strange.
That's such a funny question. What do you think porn stars think about sex?
Yeah.
Like this is work.
Yeah, it is. It's just work.
Yeah, do you think they like even have how do they sit there and even have sex leisurely and be like, well, normally I get paid for this?
I know.
Yeah,
what's the transaction here?
It's got to miss the mark. Like almost like right? Like how do you even like
I would imagine
scratch that itch? Like I don't even know how you do it.
I think a lot of people in the industry are like married to each other. Like I don't think there's a lot of like outsiders married to porn stars. Like I don't think that's a healthy way to live.
No. I can't imagine there's any way, shape, any way that works. It can't.
Yeah.
Not anyone who's active.
Like, all right, honey, I'm going. I have a bukkake scene tonight. I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll be sure to shower before I get into bed.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a nice spit roast scene today. Great.
Yeah, it's gotta be real fucking weird. Apparently, so I think Lisa Ann is retired, but she has her own like fantasy sports, fantasy football thing. Apparently, she's pretty good. I think she's involved somehow with the Drinking Bros podcast and their network because they talk about her all the time. Like they're trying to, I think they're trying to get her on their network. That's what it is. But still, it's like, I don't know, dude. That's just weird. Like I don't know. Like I said, I think most of the people that are in relationships are in relationships with other people in the industry.
So imagine being in a So imagine being a guy or a girl in a relationship with a guy or a girl in the industry. That person who isn't in the industry has to be the most strongest willed, most confident person of all time.
Yeah.
Like how
I don't even see how it's possible.
No.
Yeah, there's no way, right? No. Like, especially like as a dude, like if your girlfriend or wife or whoever was a porn star, like how would it not cross your mind the entire time being like, oh, this is weird? You're like,
because that person is better than you.
Yeah, or even like I don't even know. Dude, like that's just so weird. It's so weird.
It's a fascinating industry.
Or to be like, is she faking this right now? Is this like, is she working?
Is this
You know
a
what I mean?
scene? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we need Spencer. Sup,
Yes.
Spencer?
Yes.
Spencer needs to get an active porn star on his show, preferably one that is in a relationship with or without someone in the industry.
Yeah, Spencer, if you're listening right now, your task is to do that.
Oh my god, he has to start
star.
DMing porn stars.
Oh my god, I'm sure his wife would love that.
Oh yeah, no, that's gonna go well.
Yeah, honey, it's just for the show. It's just
for the show.
podcast.
This would be a perfect time for him to log into this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine that he just pops in.
Oh, guys, my ears were ringing. I decided to come on. It's like, well,
It's
funny.
gonna be the highest divorce rate. Profession.
I would imagine, right? Like that, and professional athlete, celebrity, like that's got to have the highest divorce rate. That's interesting. There's got to be a way to find that, like on the internet, of like what the divorce rate is of like certain professions. But I would imagine celebrity and professional athlete would be up there also.
All right. You want to guess?
You have it?
I have it.
I
I don't think they're gonna put porn industry because it's probably maybe too taboo to make a list with that.
Yeah.
On like I guess maybe I'm on a Business Insider page.
So it's the profession that has the highest divorce rate.
Yeah, now think broad too, not just like engineer, medical. Think like all encompassing. Vices too. And then I'll give you the top like 5.
I don't know what it's got to be up there, like corporate executive. I would imagine is probably up there.
So number 1 is gaming managers. Gaming casino managers have the highest rate of divorce.
Huh.
Followed by bartenders and flight attendants.
Flight attendants. Well, I guess flight attendants, that's tough work. It's like, oh yeah, hey, see you in 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm going on a cross-country flight. I'll see you in fucking 17 hours.
Back in the day, switchboard operators, big divorce rate.
Really? Interesting. That's weird. I'm surprised the corporate executive isn't up there.
I see. No, they're not even top 15 here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it give you the percentage?
Yeah. So number 1, gaming managers, jobs with the highest divorce rate. Gaming managers, 52.9% of relationships end in divorce.
So that's not far off the national average then.
No, which is fucking crazy, dude.
Because the national average, I think, is 50%.
That's so crazy. It's kind of sad. I mean, I get it, but
yeah, it's wild, right? Like you literally, like you flip a coin, essentially.
Yeah. Imagine if they tracked porn stars, it'd be fucking 70%.
Yeah, thank God it's too taboo. But so I got one other thing too before we wrap things up here. I saw this today on Twitter, and I sent it, Bob. I sent it to you and Jones. The new match. It's like if anybody follows like golf or sports or anything out there, you know, like the thing called the match. It started out with Tiger and Phil back in the day. Like 3 years ago, maybe. And it's had a lot of different iterations like over the last 3 years. The most recent one was Brady and Bryson against
Rogers and wasn't it Kapka? But did he play? Oh, Phil. It was Phil. Last year.
Wait, didn't Kepka play one?
Yeah,
I thought he was hurt.
He
Or
did.
was Bryson
No,
hurt?
Kepka played against Bryson and he fucking railed him.
Yeah, he did.
What was that? Was it just those two versus each other?
I think it was. Yeah, that was in.
Okay.
But it was they were only playing 13 holes or something, and Kepka
Yeah, they
beat
played
him.
12 holes.
Kepka beat him in like 8.
Yeah. So okay, and then the one before that was probably around Thanksgiving, and then last summer was, I think it was Bryson and Aaron Rodgers against Phil and Brady.
Yes. Okay. Because then before that, it was Phil and Brady against Tiger and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that was only the second one.
The second one, maybe.
Oh, because there was also one with like Charles Barkley and Steph Curry. And
oh yeah, that's right. That's
Peyton
right.
Manning again.
Yeah. So whatever, this might be like the 6th one, like the 5th or 6th one. But now this is the first time that there's no professional golfers playing. So this new match is Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers against Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. So I sent this to Bob and Jones, and I go, I hope they're ready to have 7 people watch this thing, because who the fuck cares about 4 NFL quarterbacks playing golf? Like, I don't care about, I will not watch. I haven't watched any of them since probably the first or second one anyway. Well, no, I guess it was the second one, because I watched the Brady Manning one with Tiger and Phil, but that's probably the last one that I've watched. And I don't care. I don't give a shit about watching, like I said, 4 quarterbacks play. Who's the best one in the group? Aaron Rodgers, probably. And he's like a 3 handicap.
Yeah, I saw something with the handicaps, and it was him.
Yeah, I don't know what they play to. I think Brady's like an 8. Brady might be an 8. I don't know, dude. They're all going to be like mid single digits, and Aaron Rodgers at a 3 will be the highest. Like, that's probably what we're talking about.
It's also Wednesday at 6:30.
Yeah, well, that's what they've been doing that too. It's like goofy times, goofy days, whatever. When's it supposed to be? Soon?
June 1st, Wednesday at 6:30.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that.
No.
Yeah.
Did you see what Bleacher Report? Did you see what Bleacher Report headlined it as?
No.
The GOATs versus the future GOATs.
Oh,
but they're playing golf.
Also, there's only one greatest of all time. There's not 4 greatest of all times.
Yeah.
And they're not the GOATs at golf, like you said.
And Aaron Rodgers, although very talented, is not a GOAT. Peyton Manning is more of a GOAT than Aaron Rodgers.
I could make
Be careful.
2 phone calls and arrange a more skilled golf match than this.
You?
I could. Well, we'll get to that. Yeah, no. So I have the same. On handicap, I'm up there with Aaron Rodgers. So that's why I said if I made 2 phone calls, I could find 4 golfers. You know what? I could do 1 phone call, and I could get 4 golfers that are all of their handicaps begin with a 0 or a 1, and I could get them in a match. And then it would take a couple more phone calls, but I could then get 4 golfers all with a plus in front of their handicap. Now, no one would want to watch any of these things because all of those people are not as good as professional golfers. Right. So clearly we don't even want to see professional golfers. We want to see fucking football players play golf. I just don't care. I don't want to see a football player play golf. Like,
I almost wonder why is there no pro golfers in this one?
That's what I mean. Like, I don't care. Like, why would I want to watch football players play golf?
Yeah.
I'd rather them play football.
Like golf has been doing an excellent job, like grabbing younger people, like promoting their sport, like Twitter, social media, all that. Golf has been doing a really, really good job at that. So it's kind of surprising that there isn't one of their guys in this or two of their guys in this. It's just four fucking football players.
I think who
must be Brady.
who owns the match? Like what company like owns the rights to that thing? Do you know?
I don't know. Capital One sponsors it.
Yeah, it's gotta be them, a Bleacher, or
is it TNT? Yeah, Turner. Like, because it's usually on TNT, TBS, and they probably own Bleacher Report as well. So probably Turner.
Yeah.
And it's like, so what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's not the PGA. Like, if the PGA owned it, like, that shit wouldn't be happening.
Dude, if the PGA owned it, there wouldn't be anything like this happening because the PGA sucks.
Right.
Or the PGA Tour sucks.
PGA, yeah, so Turner Sports.
Yeah, okay. So I'm just like thinking, if you want to make this into like, old guard versus new guard, well, the old guard don't care. We all know Tom Brady's the best.
Right.
And Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes have a long way to go before they can even like enter the same room.
I'll tell you this, I fear for Mahomes.
Like going into this season?
Just the future coming up. They already lost Hill. They're going to need to pay Kelsey.
Oh, it's gross.
Yeah, I'm worried about. That's what happens when you give a guy $800,000 million of a contract.
Yeah, you're paying your quarterback $50 million a year
out of a 200 and change $1 million cap.
Yeah,
a quarter of it gets committed to one guy. Sick dude.
Yeah, hey, have fun building your roster.
Yeah, it's awesome. But so like you would think it's almost like with some like the LeBron stuff and like the Curry stuff, and it's like they're not better than Michael Jordan. So it's like the kids, like this is like the young kid approach, but the young kids aren't watching fucking golf.
Right.
So who is this supposed to appeal to? Because golfers haven't even liked it when professionals are in it. All they do is piss and moan because you can't put any type of golf content out there without people pissing and moaning. Outside of what I've seen from some of the small media companies, that's what we'll call them. But like the no laying up videos are probably some of the best golf content out there. And foreplays aren't bad either, but like they're stuck in a weird place because it's like it's supposed to be broy and cool, but they try to be serious, but they're not good enough to be serious. And it's like not broy and cool. And I don't know, it's weird. They're in a weird middle ground with what they do. So
they're trying super hard to be serious now.
Yeah, but in this, like, this is the problem is that it's a very, very strange spot. Because if you take like what are serious golfers, well, no laying up is doing that. And they're going to be better at it because they've been doing it for longer and they are serious and they're actually good. Like, if we take how good of a player all of the no laying up roster is, there's 5 of them. And I think 3 of them are all better than Lurch. And then Riggs is kind of like in the middle. Like if it's 9 total people, the top 3 all go to no laying up. Lurch is probably 4th. Then it's probably DJ Pie from no laying up again. Riggs, probably Big Randy from no laying up. Then it's Frankie, and then Trent's way down there. Now Trent's little series was awesome. That was really, really well done last year. So if they do a Breaking 90 series, that'll probably be very well done. And from a content perspective, that's phenomenal. But then they get stuck because it's like, if you want like they're never going to do golf like architecture stuff because that's like the fried egg. Like you're just not going to beat that. And that's a very, very niche thing.
Yeah.
So then it's like, if you try to be serious, well, you're not that serious. but you have the Barstool brand. So if you want to make golf like fun, you gotta like cater to that crowd. And it's like,
I think they've been trying to, the PGA.
It's a mess. The PGA is a mess, and the whole thing, like, especially what's going on with like the Saudi Golf League shit. It's just crazy because the PGA Tour this whole time has just been so resistant to change and new and listening to people. And it's like, oh, you must do what we say. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. So we're employees, right? Oh, no. You guys are independent. You're not employees of ours. Like, it's always been like that back and forth. So they're in a little bit of a weird spot, like the PGA Tour. And then it's like, if you want to make content more accessible to people, then they pull this shit. And it's like, oh, we got the match. And it's like quarterbacks. It's like, oh,
yeah,
cool. Like, I would have to give Brady I would have to give him 5 fucking strokes if we played. That's like, dude, I'm sitting in a basement right now. Like, it's insane. Like, it's just insane to me.
Yeah.
Who's worse off, baseball or golf right now?
I would actually, I might lean towards baseball because I watch golf. So like, I know what's going on. Like, yeah, I can name whoever. And the fact that like Robert Garrigus just decided like he's going to be the first guy that's going to try to go to the Saudi League. And I could tell you something about Robert Garrigus is kind of fucking fucked up. But I think with golf still having the majors, still having Tiger, Bryson is an interesting kind of person. I couldn't tell you who the superstars are in the MLB.
Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing,
And like, I'm very casual baseball. Like, I really am. I couldn't, like, what do we have? Trout and Tatis?
Yeah,
Pretty
like
much.
if you asked me, I would have said Bryce Harper, who once I thought about it, like, he's old now, not old.
Has
but,
he done
for
anything
baseball,
since he signed that contract?
probably not. But like, I would have gone Bryce Harper, Mike Trout, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. Like, those are the only 3 guys that I know in baseball.
Yeah, and I heard guys putting out futures for MVP, and it's like, I think one guy was going Luis Robert, Eloy Jimenez. I'm like, I have no idea who either of them are.
Yeah, no idea who they are.
They were talking Cy Young odds. I go, oh, Otani's another one. But like, it's like Cy Young odds. I'm like, I couldn't even tell you what Jake DeGrom looks like. And that guy has been nails for like fucking 6 years.
So the problem, you just kind of stated the problem right there. You just said, oh yeah, Otani. That should be the guy who comes to your mind instantly for baseball.
Yeah.
Like, they should be fucking promoting and pumping that guy everywhere. And the fact that it took 5 minutes of rambling through.
I believe did Eloy Jimenez brought up before Shohei Otani?
Luis Robert and Eloy Jimenez was brought up. Two middling White Sox.
Oh, that's why Sammy P went with them. He's a White Sox fan.
Yeah, that's true. Shohei Otani should be everywhere.
Yeah. He fucking rips the ball. And did he win the Cy Young last year? Or did he just win MVP?
MVP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he legitimately could have won both.
Oh, can't give him the Cy Young. Babe Ruth never won
Babe Ruth didn't
both
get
in the
it.
same year. You can't let him win both in the same year. Babe Ruth didn't do it. So that's the other thing about baseball. So like,
it's run by the olds.
Golf is certainly pretentious and stuck up and fucking whatever, but baseball is unbearable. And you want to talk about resistant to change. Baseball is so resistant to change. The things that they are willing to change on are the things that ruin the game and that take it away from something that what it is. Like, they want to put in a pitch clock. So like, the problem in baseball is that the games are too long, right? So what's their solution? Oh, let's institute a pitch clock. Let's give every guy 20 seconds to throw the ball. dude, that's not the solution to that fucking problem. Like putting a clock behind home plate is not like it's just stupid, right? Like you send out something. I don't know. I'm not a baseball guy. Like I just bet on it, but I don't know like the ins and outs. Like I'm not going to sit here and try and be like, oh, this is the solution to fix the game. And it's like, but I damn well know that the solution isn't to put a fucking ticking clock behind home plate because that's weird, right? Like that's not baseball. That's weird, right? Like that's basketball. Like basketball has a shot clock. Like, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't know what the solution is, but I know that that's not it. And it's like weird things in baseball that like, I don't know, like you're not allowed to drop your bat after you hit a home run. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Like someone just hit a home run. Like let them fucking do a cartwheel down the first baseline if they want. Like fuck off. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit in baseball. It's just dumb.
Yeah, baseball and then the writers of baseball, the BBWA.
Oh my God. They are the worst group of human beings in the entire world. Actually, they should all volunteer for SpaceX to be the first people flown to Mars. Get them the fuck off this planet. Send them to Mars. Fucking BBWA.
You want to talk about Elon's Twitter algorithm? I'm just buried by BBWA tweets.
They're the fucking worst.
Yeah, the fact that like it even goes back to like my biggest thing, like Ken Griffey not being a unanimous Hall of Famer, and then like guys coming out and be like, well, no one's been unanimous before.
Yeah, that's so infuriating.
And it's like, oh, Babe Ruth wasn't unanimous. It's like,
yeah. And
then Mariano Rivera was like, how the fuck is that the same?
Right. Of all people, Mariano Rivera is the first unanimous Hall of Famer.
That's who they chose to fucking flip their script with.
Yeah, like Jeter has his own faults and probably not the best shortstop, but even he wasn't unanimous.
But there's like literally people out there. There's literally people out there that are like, oh, I won't vote for this guy because it's his first year on the ballot.
I fucking hate that.
And it's like, what?
Yeah.
That's the dumbest fucking thing ever.
The reason why, and another big reason too why I hate baseball, especially the Hall of Fame. Then you have guys like, I mean, I guess I'm sorry to Craig Biggio, but guys like Craig Biggio who make the Hall of Fame after being on the ballot. Yeah. What does he get better in 15 years of not playing?
Yeah.
Like his stats don't get any better.
Right.
You know, there just might be people that you like less on the ballot or that you have a problem with. So, okay, let me vote for Craig Biggio.
Yeah.
Who has 3,000 hits because he played 30 years, you know, like
he played until he was 46 years old. Like, yeah, obviously he has 3,000 hits.
I cannot wait till Bonds and Clemens get in through the Veterans Committee.
I hope so. I hope they do.
They have to.
Yeah,
I mean, they have to, right?
Well, otherwise, what are we doing
more
here?
than Clemens. Like personally, I think they both should be in, but I think you could at least make an argument. I would call you an asshole, but I think you could at least make an argument to not put Clemens in. No one can make an argument to not put Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. And if someone tried to,
a legitimate reason why Roger Clemens wouldn't be in.
No, I agree. I agree with that statement, but I'm just trying to think from like, I'm trying to take
13 years with the Red Sox. I think he did his steroids like late Yankees, Astros. If you look at his career with the Red Sox, it was 13 years. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is he started pitching in 86. So by the time we knew him, like he had already had a very, very good career to that point.
Right.
And same with Bonds. I don't know what year he started, but
he was a Hall of Famer in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've said that before on this show, right? Like I've literally like had this conversation with people before, and I go, how many people or how many professional baseball players got up to bat with the bases loaded and then got intentionally walked? The team will intentionally walk in a run rather than throw to pitch to Barry Bonds.
I don't know, dude. Did it happen to Babe Ruth?
Yeah. Literally nobody in the MLB, not Mike Trout, not Bryce Harper, not A-Rod, like None of these guys, and like maybe a half dozen times it might have happened to them in their career. It was frequent. This is very frequent with Barry Bonds. It was literally like there was a year, I forget what year it was. I have to look it up. But I think there was a year where he had more walks than hits. And he had like 180 hits. Like
So Barry Bonds baseball reference page, I frequent it. It's hysterical. It's so funny. Yeah, there's a few years where he had a lot more walks than hits.
Yeah. Like that's wild. And like, does he get credit? That would be really funny to not, I mean, he's the greatest baseball player.
It's an
ever,
RBI, right?
I was going to say, does he get credit for an RBI if he gets intentionally walked with the bases loaded?
Yep.
He drove it in.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing with Bonds too, for me, did he probably do something? Maybe, sure. But if you look at his stats, it's so consistent, except that 1 year with 73 home runs. It's so consistent.
Yeah.
Not 1 year over 50.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at his stats right now, actually. He quite a few times, actually. So in, let's see. Oh no, that's less. So I was going to say in 1996, he had 159 hits, 151 walks.
That was before it even got like out of hand.
In 97, he had 155 hits, 145 walks. Here's the first season he had more walks than hits was 2001. He had 156 hits, 177 walks. That was the year he hit 73 home runs. So the following year, in 2002, he had 149 hits and he had 198 walks. So then this is 6 years in a row, starting with the season he hit 73 home runs. For the rest of his career, he had more walks than hits. So then, I'll just run through real quick. 133 hits, 148 walks. This one's great. 135 hits, 232 walks. In 2004, he had 100 more walks than hits. And he's still getting 132 hits. You know what I mean? It's not like he only got like 75 hits.
And he hit 362.
Yeah. He batted 362 that year with 135 hits and 232 walks. That is fucking wild.
Yep. Not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, no.
And
Harold Baines is more deserving.
And you know what the best part about this
Yeah.
is? Of his 232 walks in 2004, do you know how many of them were intentional? 120. He was intentionally walked 120 times. I bet you if you just count the intentional walks, he probably still was in the top 10 in the league in walks that year.
7 MVPs.
Yeah. Yeah, not a Hall of Famer.
It's 3 MVPs before 93.
Yeah.
That's Hall of Fame alone. 1 MVP, really? Craig Biggio never won a fucking MVP.
Yeah, but he had 3,000 hits, though.
Yeah.
How many hits does Bonds have?
2,935.
Yeah. Well, he got walked fucking
Yeah.
2,558 times.
That is insane. That's a wild stat.
So if you think about it, all right, say you take away, I don't know, half the intentionals and let's say a quarter of the regular walks, that's probably like another 500 to 1,000 hits. So he could have been upwards of almost 4,000 hits.
Yeah. That's insane.
And just
Get
imagine
Pete Rose in there too. While we're on it.
that's a stupid one too.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, Pete Rose should probably be in.
Yeah.
So, what do I know though?
No,
Just
we're not.
nothing.
We don't. We're not members of the BBWAA.
Yeah. Well, thankfully, I'd have to fucking, I don't know, kill myself or something.
Hey, Dan Shaughnessy is a baseball Hall of Famer, but Barry Bonds isn't.
Yeah, that's great. That says everything you need to know about the fucking Baseball Hall of Fame. All right. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap things up here. So if we go around the horn, keeping this baseball theme going here. Hopefully we don't get sued by ESPN. Not that they own that reference, but Eric, would you like to go first? Do you have a final thought?
Yeah. So my girlfriend had some family friends up from Atlanta. One of them ran the marathon, and they finished it in like, I don't know, 3.5 hours or something like that. But
Quicker than me this year.
yeah, I know, right?
Actually, quicker than my whole life.
So the thing I wanted to say is I can't think of anything that I'm more confident that I couldn't do than that. There's no way ever. I'm not sure if there's anything harder physically to do. Maybe, I mean, obviously like an Ironman and all that stuff, but like one singular event
that like normal people do.
Yeah.
Right.
Like let's not pretend this is like, well, I definitely couldn't throw the hammer toss with the fucking Highland games. Again, oh shit, I'm fucking 5'8", 165 pounds. That doesn't work.
Yeah. I couldn't do the airplane pull in the world's strongest man. It's like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no shit. Like you said,
but yeah, like no,
5'8".
like with the right attitude and enough work ethic, you could do it.
Yeah.
And I know I wouldn't, because there is nothing meaningful enough for me to motivate myself and determine myself to run 26.2 miles.
Dude, I would just stop.
Nope. I'm good with 1 mile. Like that's a lot. Like that's a stretch. Like running 1 mile is a stretch.
So I ran an 8K over the winter. That's about the max. That's like 5 miles.
Okay. Yeah.
It's about 4 miles too much.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But yeah, I guess I just want to applaud the people who can do it. You're better people than me, and that's something I'll never ever be able to do.
Yep, credit to them. Just don't wear your windbreaker and don't wear your medal. The statute on the medal is over. You can no longer wear it. It's been 24 hours since the race is over. And you don't have to wear the windbreaker everywhere.
Yeah.
You can leave it at home sometimes. It's okay.
Yeah, that's always funny. You see the people out like wearing the fucking jacket, and it's like, all right.
Oh, dude, you run the marathon? What do you think they're gonna say? Of course they're gonna say yes. That's why they're wearing the stupid windbreaker. Yeah. I don't have a windbreaker because I didn't run the marathon. Very easy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. That's got to be one things where like, if someone was like, "Oh, do you think you could ever do that?" I'd be like, "No, nope. Pretty sure I can't.
Could not."
Yeah. You not only can't, just don't want to.
That's what I mean is like I look at it and a lot of people they'll find a reason to fundraise and whatever. I'm like, I would work so hard to develop a different fundraiser.
Yeah.
To one that would probably end up working out better, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I'm going to run this marathon. Do you want to like donate money to me? And it's like, or do you want to do this boss ass thing and, it costs some money and I'm going to fucking donate it all? Like, oh, yeah, no, that actually sounds like fun. Let's do that.
I got one for you. Would you rather run the marathon or do the Pan Mass challenge?
What's the Pan Mass? Is that the bike down from...
You ride the bike from fucking Lee all the way to the Cape?
I'd love to do that.
How many miles?
I don't know. However many miles Massachusetts is.
Oh, fuck. So that's like a 3-hour driving a motor vehicle, and now I got to do it on a bike?
Yeah, it takes a couple days, but you like camp and sleep and do all that shit along the way.
I'd rather run the marathon one day.
211 miles on the bike.
I would much rather ride the bike.
Oh, yeah.
I just want the one shot. I don't want to camp. I don't want to... If I'm going to fucking hate my life, I'd rather hate my life for... I don't even know how long it would take me, 6 hours.
I would just walk it. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make the cutoff.
Is there?
They'd be like wrapping shit up, and I'd be like, in
I
fucking
get hit by a car when they open traffic back up.
I'd be in Brookline by like fucking 6 a.m. the next day.
Channel 4 the next morning opens up with traffic. Yeah, there's a guy on the marathon route still running.
Yeah, no, give me the Pan Mass challenge.
I just want the one day. That's my main appeal.
Yeah.
It's the one day. If it takes me 6 hours, cool. It sucks. Whatever.
All right. You got a final thought?
I do. I would just like to state that if anyone ever tells you that they are a low handicap golfer coming from Ferncroft Country Club, which I believe is in Middleton, I would like to tell you that that person is a fucking good golfer. Holy shit, was this place the tightest driving course I have ever seen in my life. This place was so fucking hard. I'm still like in shock as to how difficult it truly was. And
where is Ferncroft?
I think it's in Middleton.
Okay.
I don't think it's in Topsfield. It's like Middleton, Topsfield, Danvers is like what it's right up there. Right off of Route 1 somewhere. Ferncroft Road, Route 1. Holy shit. You want to talk about like tight driving holes? I've never, ever seen anything like it for all 18 holes. Like Norton had the first 4 holes at Norton is hell. And then there's a par 5 fall with a really difficult par 4 on the back. And those 2 holes are hell. But that's only 6 out of 18. This place did not fucking let up one fucking bit. And we got it soft. So like the greens actually like held and whatever. If they actually let this place dry out and dial it up, my fucking God, this place is so fucking difficult.
Huh.
Now, that being said, I would like to put that out there. And the winning score was 78, 6 over par. 3 guys broke 80.
Wow.
A normal winning score is usually a lot closer to like -2 to 4 over. That's usually a winning score. And even 4 stuff. This was 6 and only 3 guys broke 80. I've shot 79 in these things before and not even been close to the top.
So I'd shoot 140.
Someone shot a what was the highest number? 128, 123. Someone put up a big number, but that would have been a high handicapper. I hung a nice, cool 96.
Wow. You kept it under 100.
I haven't shot a number that high, I think, since establishing a handicap. Like, I don't think I've ever entered a number that high. And the main issue was I was missing balls right. And every single hole had a hazard right. Every single hole. So I had 7 straight up penalty shots. And then all of the penalties that now were within that. Never mind, we had like 30-mile-an-hour winds. So it was really fucking hard out there. Now, I was struggling off the tee and I didn't do anything to help myself out. But it's like I just like stood on a tee and I looked out there and I go, I don't know what to do about this. There's like, I got nothing. I have nothing to do. And there's nothing. It is not in my control. Like, my golf ball is not in my control today. It's in someone else. I don't know whose, but it's in someone else's. And holy shit, between the wind and just the straight layout of the course with the struggling golfer, fuck me. If someone ever told me they was like, oh yeah, I'm like a 2 coming from Ferncroft, I'm probably gonna ask the dude for fucking 5 strokes. Yeah. Like, dude, that is not the same. Like, a 2 up there, like, fuck. But it was kind of a cool layout, despite how tight it was. There was only one hole where like condos were like almost on the property, and some dude hit a shank and fucking just like wrapped it through this fucking condo. And you just heard like, it's like, At first, I thought it was a golf ball hitting something, and then I thought it was a dude hammering fucking something else. And it's like, nope, that was the ball fucking coming down the stairs. So there was some OB because there are houses up there, but it's just like a lot of hazards just like in the course. And it's like, shotgun start. I started on 5 on the second hole. Ball goes wet. I drop one. I go, I have 2 balls left. I go, I might DQ because
You run out of balls, you DQ.
Yeah. I had to hit 170 yards with 20, 25 mile an hour wind at me. If I go long, I'm dead. If I go short, I'm wet. And like, I just flew it over the little rock wall, still like 30 yards from the pin. And I'm like, dude, if that ball went wet, which was very possible, and I drop another one, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, and then I don't, but I guess then I don't shoot 96. I DQ.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
So I was like, man, that was just like fucking hard. And like, even there's a guy I play with, he's a 0 or a 1 or whatever in between. He literally went home for 3 hours to like figure out how PGA Tour players cope with putting up high numbers. And I'm like, fuck me. I'm like, I know I struggled and like didn't do anything to help myself, but I'm like, I don't feel that bad about it right now.
Yeah.
Like, and Steve, the fucking gambler, was telling, like, he was like, guys are like really questioning their existence after playing. He's like, I think that's the hardest round of golf I ever had to play, like in my life. Like there was one hole, it was the very first hole. I hit a hook into the water. So obviously I'm far back. I have 260 pin. I hit hybrid. Hybrid's like a 215 club for me. I hit it into the wind from 260 and I had 94 yards to the pin. I hit it fucking good too.
Wow.
There's another hole. It was like 210 pin. I hit 4 iron, which has a chance of getting there, but I was thinking it was going to be short, 90 yards short.
Wow.
I'm like, this is fucking nuts right now.
Yeah.
But what would Brady shoot?
Well, I mean, he's basically a pro now.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, Ferncroft.
Stay away from Ferncroft. Got it.
Yeah, I'm never gonna go there.
Yeah, it's a nice, it's a private, but you got to really weigh your options if someone invites you there.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna hang at the bar.
Yeah, it's like, or you move up and then it's not so demanding off the tee because you could just like if we weren't playing from like the men's tees, like the 1-ups, whites would have been, a little more manageable. I wouldn't have had to hit driver, like, because I was struggling with driver. I could have punch 4 iron and then hit a 6 iron. Like I could have played that way. But from where we were playing from, I had to hit driver, which was going right. And there was nothing I could do about it. And the more left I tried to hit it, the more curve I put on the ball. It was a fucking disaster.
Oh God. Well, like you said, I'll stay away from Ferncroft. A good news though, to counter your, I don't know, I guess that's bad.
I'm fine with it. I'm playing Plymouth on the 9th. I'll be good.
I got good news is no more masks anywhere. Finally. Except for Philadelphia, which Philadelphia can get fucked, in my opinion. It's a fake city. It sucks. Philly's not that great. Was it Florida? There was a judge in Florida.
The federal judge from Florida.
Yeah. Ruled that you can't mandate masks on planes anymore or whatever.
I think it was all public transit.
Yeah, all public transit. And then TSA was like, all right, cool. We're just not going to do this anymore. And then everyone was fucking subsequently losing their shit, right, on Twitter. This has been a very Twitter heavy episode. But everyone on Twitter was going fucking nuts. And then the White House came out and was like, yeah, okay. Like they didn't put up a fight. Like what's the lady's name? Jen Psaki was like, yeah, we're really disappointed. The CDC still recommends that we do it though. So whatever, like they said their whole big nothing, like they said something without saying anything thing that they do. And then like, that's it. Like there's no one in the government that's like, we're going to appeal this and kick it up. Everyone's just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, it was odd.
Yeah. Yeah. They just like let it go.
I mean, I'm for it, but it was like,
absolutely. Yeah. Well, I'm 100% behind it. Don't get me wrong.
how the hell did this go through so easily?
No one in the government is like, oh no, we're going to appeal this. We're going to take it to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals or whatever the fuck is next. Nothing. They were like, we're really disappointed in this. We can't believe Florida would do such a thing.
Can't believe.
And then no one's like, so are you going to do anything about it? They're like, yeah, we're really disappointed in this. The CDC still recommends that you mask. All right, cool. So are you going to appeal it? Yeah, we're really upset by the way everything went. It's like, okay, so you don't give a fuck then.
Can't get rid of daylight savings, but we can get rid of the masks in 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So we're done. It's officially over. Everything's done. No more masks anywhere. So it's great. I'm going to be on a plane. The two of us are going to be on a plane next Friday. So
where you headed?
Nashville.
Uh-oh.
We got a bachelor party.
I got to get down there. I want to go there so bad.
You ever been?
No, we were planning on it this year. It kind of fell through.
Yeah.
But we want to.
My advice to you as someone who's been there twice, stay in Midtown. And like, you can go to Broadway. Like, it's cool to like go to Broadway to visit.
Broadway
you
during
don't
the
want to
day.
stay. You don't want to stay
Don't stay in Broadway. And then Broadway's a lot better during the day, outside of a couple of the live music spots. Like the live music at night, the live music spots are better than just like, because every country musician owns a bar down there. Yeah. And if they're not playing live music, they're all the same, and it's just fucking amateur hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was there the first time I went, I was there during a Predators playoff game, and that was wild. They shut down Broadway, and at the end of the game, like the Bridgestone Arena just emptied out and everyone just went nuts. Like it was wild. That was pretty cool. But other than that, like Midtown is a lot lower, like low key. It still has a ton of bars. Like it has all bars, restaurants, has everything you need, but it doesn't have like the 21-year-old white girls that are like fucking falling all over everything. You know what I mean? So at least like, in my opinion, I like Midtown a little bit better.
Yeah.
But it's a cool spot. It's a quick turnaround. We fly in Friday and then we fly out Sunday.
I don't need any more time there.
Yeah. That'll be my third
2 full days.
there.
That's all I need.
Yeah. So
I think some of the guys are gonna stay till Monday, but I don't need to stay till Monday.
No, I'm good. Like you said too, it'll be my third time in Nashville. It's like, how much more can I see? And granted, like this, like everyone, it's like itinerary for this thing. So it's like, oh, we have to go at this time in this place. So I'm like, yeah, maybe.
We'll see. We'll see.
Maybe.
Well,
Like,
the itinerary's already changed too. So
I mean, once you get day drinking, nothing.
Well, that's what I mean is like I was gonna fucking officially opt out of the steakhouse dinner on Saturday because I know I'm gonna be fucking drooling on myself, and I just don't belong in a place like that.
What time's the steak dinner? Because I guarantee you nobody's going to that.
It was like 8.
Yeah.
7, 8, something like that. Like legit dinner. Like,
Dude, you guys are gonna be drunk and sunburnt. You ain't going to that.
I'm just like I said, like when you're sitting there like Barry Badgernath with the fucking box on his head, eating the tomato in one bite, you don't belong in a fucking nice place. So I would be taking my talents elsewhere.
Yeah. Yep. Like the gutter.
Yeah, like the nearest dumpster.
Yes.
AKA Kids Rock Hockey Talk.
Yeah. You can find me at Losers, because that's where I belong.
Where I fucking belong.
There's a bar down there. There are two. It's the same bar. They're next to each other, but like one side is called Losers and the other side is called Winners. So it's like, I will be at Losers.
That's kind of funny. That's funny.
So, that is going to do it for us. So thank you to mybookie.com. First of all, over there, go to mybookie.com. Use our promo code SarcasmPod when you sign up. Double your first deposit up to $1,000. Also, you can use the same promo code SarcasmPod at grillyourassoff.com. You can go to www.grillyourassoff.com. You don't even have to use the HTTPS for that one because that's probably allowed wherever you are. But if it's not, now you know the little secret. So go to grillyourassoff.com, use the same promo code SarcasmPod. You get 15% off your entire order every single time you check out over there. You can get us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod, on Twitter at Sarcasm_speaks when we yell at people and get in Twitter tirades. Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks. Website is sarcasmspeaks.com. Don't forget to, like, subscribe, rate, review, thumbs up, all that fun stuff. Tell everybody you know about the show. And until next time.